Man, we had the opportunity to discuss Ryan Clark, that guy, in today's video. It appears that Ryan Clark made some inappropriate remarks while speaking live on ESPN's First Take about the Louisiana governor and Charlie Kirk bringing up race. Even the face of Stephen A. Smith is visible. Look at Stephen A. Smith's visage, for example. This is Stephen A. Smith's expression during Ryan Clark's speech in the video. Indeed, we will discuss it in today's video, dude. As you can see, look at the response right here, man. Let's break this down for you guys. Everyone is demanding that Ryan Clark be let go from ESPN. I haven't seen Ryan Clark experience this kind of response in a long time. Because as we all know, he frequently apologizes when people call him out on ESPN for his small racial taunts. Although there wouldn't be much of a response, it would still be enough to force Ryan Clark to issue an apology. I woke up today, man, right now, this time, it was present everywhere. Ryan Clark must be let go. A racist is Ryan Clark. Regarding the governor of Louisiana, Ryan Clark made this statement. Charlie Kirk is here. Ryan Clark was being targeted by Charlie Kirk fans. As you can see in this screenshot, people were discussing. Here someone declared, "I'm finally canceling my ESPN subscriptions because of what Ryan Clark said." Many viewers of ESPN First Take and similar programs are simply fed up with their experts' incessant race baiting. Isn't that right? It even got to the point where someone pointed out that ESPN's pundits were sending out these messages and videos today attempting to inform viewers that something was happening with YouTube TV and Disney. People using YouTube TV are currently unable to watch ESPN, ABC, and similar content. Someone commented, "It's ironic that they just did this shortly after Ryan Clark said this after they released this video." People were attempting to blame Ryan Clark for YouTube and ESPN for everything that was going on at the time. I'll show everyone this video they released advising their admirers to subscribe to something else.
You may lose access to NFL and NBA games on ESPN and ABC. Visit keepmynetworks.com for more information.
If you're a YouTube TV subscriber, you may not have access to the games you want to watch.
Visit keepmynetworks.com for more information.
Thus, many of their pundits release videos like that. Many guys at ESPN, including Stephen A. Smith, they all release videos that say things like, "Hey, go to this website and we need you guys to go to their website." And others were pointing out that, ESPN is full of bullshit because, they've been trying to get people to go to ESPN Plus and all this stuff, and they basically want people to subscribe to their own app right now. They now claim that what transpired was that YouTube TV sought to keep the transaction brief. Like, they didn't want to overcharge their fans, and people were pointing out that ESPN wants to overcharge their fans. Since YouTube isn't changing, that's why they're doing that, right? But in the end, Ryan Clark's situation blew up a little bit right before that because Ryan Clark made some remarks about Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry and Charlie Kirk live on ESPN's First Take. This is the exact clip. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you can. That greatly aids in promoting my YouTube account and getting these films added to the algorithm. The fact that the video is shorter is incredibly beneficial. I'm grateful.
Most ridiculous thing he said this week. The first was standing on campus and saying he wanted to put a statue up of somebody that doesn't represent the people of Louisiana, doesn't represent the players and the students at LSU, doesn't represent the executives that work there. That was the first dumb thing he said this week. This is the second dumbest, right? Amongst a lot of dumb things that he says. Scott Woodard, for whatever he is a man who got Jay Johnson, right? Last I checked, the 2025 Louisiana State University Tiger baseball team was in the White House getting the GAT recently, right? He was there in 2019 when it's one of the greatest college football teams of all time. He also was there when he said, we're gonna go out and get Kim Mulkey, right? She brings a championship to the school with Angel Reese and with Flau'jae Johnson. And so to me, this is another situation of politicians poking their nose into things that they don't know about. And I honestly believe it was so he can get in front of a microphone and say, look at this connection I have to the president, and he likes to pick winners so he could placate to somebody he idolizes. You don't know nothing about football. There's enough going on in the state of Louisiana that needs to be fixed for its constituents. Well, I don't need you tweeting on Saturday night about what's going on in Tiger Stadium. There is too many issues happening right there under your nose that ain't got nothing to do with sports. Scott Woodard is a good man. Scott Woodard is a man that cares about LSU. In the greatest times, back in the day, he understood what it was like to be a part of a winner, and he's brought more winners back to the school. He didn't miss because Brian Kelly wasn't capable. He missed because Brian Kelly was no longer willing. Brian Kelly was no longer tapped in. Brian Kelly didn't care if the people of Louisiana cared about him, and he didn't care if the players knew that he cared about them. That's where it went wrong. Not in picking a man who was the winningest all-time coach in Notre Dame history. And so for me, it's emotional, clearly, and it pisses me off, but Scott Woodard deserves to pick the next head coach, and the governor should stay out of it.
That's what Ryan Clark said, dude. As you can see from the feedback, everyone, I mean everyone, is criticizing Ryan Clark. I'm like, this is the worst backlash I've ever seen for Ryan Clark. Given that Ryan Clark got into some little arguments with some of his coworkers at ESPN and that some of them called him out on their show, ESPN may try to investigate this. Recall Pat McAfee. He was making threats to show up at Pat McAfee's show and try to talk to him about allowing Aaron Rodgers to discuss Ryan Clark on his program. Ryan Clark went on a full tirade on Twitter, attacking Pat McAfee. Aaron Rodgers responded, "No, I just want to have a conversation." Then Ryan Clark said, "I'm near the studio right now." Like, something is wrong with this guy, man. People thought, yeah, man, how much more ESPN and Disney can put up with this guy when he has these types of takes? And then, he's the type to just kind of crash out. We've seen that as well. I'd love to know what you think of today's video. Remember to click the like button. Remember to click the subscribe button as well. I'll see you guys at the next one. Guys, we're out.
And having all of these spaces say I'm a racist was tough on me. And it was hard. As much as you try to say you don't care about certain things and you can ignore things as they come, like that thing, right? Like the thing you speak against, the thing you want to eradicate, the people you want to change. It's like, I'm that? I couldn't get it. And like, I've heard race baiter, right? Like the people who want to uphold racism or want to act like it doesn't exist, who call you that so they can devalue your words whenever you speak truth to light. So now when there is discrimination or there is racial bias or there is racism, that nobody listened to him because this is what he's always screaming. And so like, I could ignore that. And because I could ignore that, like, man, I let people lie. I let people misinform. I let people misquote because I didn't really want to get into it. I didn't want to feed into it. I didn't want to really fight a battle. Like I can't win.